Now, in today's episode, I want to stress to you, if you want to increase your billings, then go for a very attainable and consistent month to month in terms of what you're chasing. Too often, I see people come in and they start their month, they go, all right, this month, I'm going to make this. And it's like a big old Hail Mary number, right? And then the following month, they say, oh, I'm going to do this. And the month after that, I'm going to do this. And the number is always changing. Is this you? Are you forever changing what number you're going to make month in, month out based on how you feel, your current pipeline, what you're seeing, what you're trying to make up for, and if you're falling into that trap, right, and you're not happy with your overall billings year to year, I want you to start really thinking about a number that's going to work for you for 12 months in a row. I would rather have you come to me and say, this is the number I want to do every single month this year, and I want to see you hit it, as opposed to coming to me every month with a different figure, a big number, an ego number, a catch-up number, or whatever. If I had a biller that said, I can bill 100K months, but they do it 4 times a year, right? So they make 400 grand in 4 big months, as opposed to a recruiter that said to me, I can bill you 33,300 or whatever it is every single month, month in, month out for 12 months, you're going to end up making the same money. But I can tell you now, the consistent biller is a better biller. And the reason is really simple. They've got a method. There's a plan, there's a rhythm, right? There's a structure, there's a process that allows them to reach that number every single month. When you see these boom-bust recruiters coming in, and we've all seen them, we've all been them, right? When you have boom-bust recruiters, big months, terrible months, big months, terrible months, it's chaos. It's really hard to take that desk and say, okay, what's working, what's not? Why can't we be consistent? What are we going to build upon? It's not a very solid foundation. You'll find that they are very reactive. You'll find that their activities come in surges. So like when they're up and they're making all this money, they stop generating, right? So then the moment that month's passed and the next month comes, they've made nothing. They go into panic mode. Generation starts. All I'm doing is generating. I've got no candidates to manage. I've got no interviews to organize. I'm generating, doing all this sort of work. Then all of a sudden the candidates come, you process them through, and you're getting to the top of the mountain again. You're having this almighty month 2-3 months later, right? But you're taking your foot off generation. Give me the consistent biller any single day of the week. So I want you to think about your desk. Are you consistent month in, month out? Or are you kind of hitting and missing, okay? Chances are you're hitting and missing. Most recruiters are. Like that's just, it can be a challenging game. When we get to a place where we're a master of our domain and we know what we're doing, consistency is the piece that you see. It doesn't need to necessarily start at high consistency. So what I want to talk about now is picking a number that you stick with this year. Okay? And I want to, if you're looking to chase 400, you only need to make 33 a month. Okay? If you want to go for $1 million this year, you actually only have to make $86,000 something per month. I say only because I'm coming from a place of doing that. But for a lot of people, that's a mountain. I don't want you to pick a number that you think is going to be hard for you to reach. Because the moment you think the number's hard to reach, you'll fall short, you'll get deflated, you'll feel like you're behind, and you'll feel like you're failing. The purpose of today is to kind of resonate with someone here who says, you know what, I want to get consistent. Because when we get consistent, and we can look at it and go for the last 3, 4, 5 months, we are making 3, 4 deals a month consistently. We know the market's good. We know your rhythm's good. We know your habits and systems are good. We can then look at that and go, how do we add just one more a month? And then the task isn't how do we make all this money? It's actually, well, how do we just add one more to what you're already doing? And that one more takes you from a 400K desk to a 600K desk like that, okay? And it's a lot easier, and I talk about foundations, it's a lot easier to build upon strong foundations than it is shaky foundations. So if you're a peak-trough recruiter, look, you're making money, great, fine. Maybe that works for you. Maybe there is some rhyme and reason within that. I'd be looking at how do I get more consistent? I would rather a recruiter come to me and say, I make 50 this month, 50 next month, than a recruiter who said, hey, I made 100 grand last month and I made 0 this month. in a heartbeat. That 50-50, someone who's consistently making those billings versus the high octane recruiter, or the low recruiter any day of the week. So that's what this episode's about. Thinking about your numbers in a way that's consistent and thinking about your numbers in a way that's attainable. If you don't truly believe in the target you've set yourself and it freaks you out too much, there's a lot of things we can do to it, but it probably means that you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And if you're doing that, and I'm okay with pushing you out of your comfort zone, right? It's a good thing. But if you're doing that before you're consistent, I would go back a step and I would look at consistency. What's the number that allows me to be consistent? Maybe you need to strip it right back. It's like training at a gym. Sometimes when you get an injury, or sometimes when you can't quite get pushed past a weight that you want to lift, you actually have to strip it right back to basics and train up those little muscles. You have to really get your form in place. You have to actually get your technique a little bit better. And then once you've got that, you build that strength up and then you push right through those limits you have. And maybe your desk is something similar. So I would go, what's a number that you're comfortable? Let's take the ego off the table for a moment. What are you comfortable billing in a month? And you're going, you know what, I could actually do that not just this month, but next month and the month after and the month after that. That should be your number. And I want you to give that a go, because a lot of people will push you for high billings this month, it's now business, look at this, push. But if we haven't got the consistency, we've got nothing to build from, okay? Like, share, subscribe, helps us grow. As always, have an amazing day. May all your deals and consistency come true.